front page review, where I'll serve you the headlines from different newspapers in Nigeria, and then we'll discuss the issues in the news, the hot topics. So today I have 6 newspapers. As always, I'll give you the headlines and then we'll discuss. Let's look at what is trending in Nigeria today as regards politics, education, economy, and others. So let's start with the Punch newspaper this morning. The first headline says, police presence at Emefiele's Abuja house stirs controversy. Address insecurity ahead elections, Northern Christian Council, federal government. INEC suffered 50 attacks in 4 years, says a spokesman. Over 500,000 insecurity personnel to man polling booths. 1 billion naira spent to recover terrorism seized by terrorists, says Buhari. Let me take this headline again. It says 1 billion naira spent to recover territories, seized by terrorists, says Buhari. A court stops Lagos from taking over My 12 market. Federal government Lagos dole out cash to indigent residents. Couple cry for help as fire burns 13-year-old son in Enugu. A court sentenced Lagos vulcanizer to death by hanging for robbing nurse of 57,000 naira. Oshodi Apapa gridlock. We have lost control, says the police. Now, 30-old naira note flood ATMs. 2 weeks to deadline. Now, the story I'm giving to you now is from the Sun newspaper. Yeah, the Sun newspaper headlines. It's what I'm reading out to you right now. And another one here says that Senate seeks more time to probe federal government's 23.7 trillion naira extra budgetary spending. The writer here reads, blames ministry CBN over ways and means advances. We are ready for runoff. Won't shift election, says INEC. And the writer here says Yakubu at Chetham's house says 21,000 eligible voters found in 15 states. Talks on preferred candidate almost concluded, says Wike. Masab to endorse a presidential candidate, others soon, says no plan to boycott election. Gates Foundation announces 8.3 billion naira to fight poverty insecurity in 2023. Defamation. Kanu slams 20 billion naira suit against Malami. The story is on the Sun newspaper. Boko Haram sponsor interested in splitting Nigeria, says Buhari. It's on the Nations this morning. Oshu farmers kidnap relatives detained after dropping ransom. This is sad. Oshu farmers kidnap relatives detained after dropping ransom. The story is also on the Nations this morning. Governors to engage CBN on Naira redesign. It's on the Nation also. Now to this day newspaper. MRA, that is the media right agenda, to APC PCC. Your blatant disregard for journalists' right portends grave danger. That's what is on this day newspaper. He said it portends a grave danger for the media. Ojibanjo to youth, it's more sensible for you to learn from history than experience. Insecurity. Nigeria has spent over $1 billion on purchase of weapons in 8 years, says Buhari. The writer here says, accuses some politicians of using religion to advance political economic interest. Cash withdrawal limit. Banks suspend transaction via Naira card, prepaid cards. The story is also on this day newspaper. Now to the Daily Thrust this morning. Buhari incompetent. people use religion for personal gains. That story is on the Daily Thrust this morning. Paternity suit, come for your son. Woman tells Sanwo-Olu. The story is also on Daily Thrust. Now, these are your headlines this morning. We are going to look at some of the hot topics in the news and open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. And we'll get Rufai Oseni to also join us this morning on the analysis of some of the trending stories in the news this morning. We are streaming live on YouTube. You can watch us live on YouTube. Join our family there. Subscribe to our channel. Yes, tell everybody about us. It's very important to us that you are part of us online and offline. Good morning to you, Rufai. Good morning to you.
Morning to you.
Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mary. I can hear you.
Okay, great. We have a lot of hot topics here this morning. We have one that has to do with Emefiele. It says here that police presence at Emefiele's Abuja home stirs controversy. That's on one hand. There is also another news concerning INEC here that says that we are ready for runoff. We won't shift the election, says INEC. Yesterday he spoke at the Chetham's House, and it says that 21,000 eligible voters found in 15 states. That despite the insecurity that we are having in Nigeria in different regions and attacks being carried out on INEC facilities for the past 4 years, that the election will still hold, and they are ready for a runoff. Now we have few days to the election, if not the 39 days to the election. And what he said yesterday, I know you listened at the Chetham's House, is it enough hope for Nigerians to say, oh, we are going to have a credible election, the election is going to hold? Did he give us enough hope yesterday when he spoke?
In fact, after I spoke, I became more than confident that elections will hold. Not denying the fact that there are challenges, Mary. There are challenges, let's not deceive ourselves. In the last 4 years, over 50 INEC installations have been destroyed, burned sometimes, and all of that. But the elections will hold. Because what are the options? The elections not holding will bring about more instability. And President Buhari has rekindled that passion to hold elections and said he's tired. He's well on his way out. So elections will hold. But the security authorities will step up here. And there's a good collaborative effort between security authorities and various other authorities of states to be able to ensure that elections hold. And it is not today that we've held elections amidst a lot of chaos and all of that. Things will settle out. Mostly this violence are because of political actors. They might not necessarily be because of the insecurity in the country, but they are because of political actors that is heightened. I mean, you can look at some states in the country. Ask yourself, why is it that all of a sudden, the Southeast that was peaceful for about a year, election period started, violence started again. So elections will come one. I think it's a dedication. Just like there were lots of fears that, would elections be able to hold in Anambra? But you see, the government said elections were going to hold, and they put its foot down. And elections did hold, even despite the fact that they tried to disrupt that. Concerning this Emefiele debacle, it goes on. I think a lot of people are reading too many meanings into it, except to have seen an arrest. Seeing police around somebody's premises might just be police doing their normal patrol. But you see, since he came back, because of the sensationalism we report in Nigerian media, some Nigerian media even carry false that DSS went to the office before the DSS debunked it.
Yeah.
Let people leave this man alone, let him do his job. The DSS has taken a case to court covertly, and the court has quashed it. There was also a judgment to the effect that you don't have enough evidence against it for terrorism. So let us allow this man to do the job. Some of the policies he put in place are beginning to yield signs. We saw inflation trickle down. Anyway, some people say it's because of a lot of people came from abroad to come spend, during the Christmas and Yuletide season, that propped up the Naira and all of that. But you see, with all of this policy, we are beginning to see a relax on the inflation numbers. He's planning for an MPC monetary policy meeting so that we're going to review rates and all of that. Let this man do the job. Because you see, once we keep doing all of this, it affects our international lenders. Because you see, if you go in a clandestine way, try to plot and remove the CBN the time when the currency is at an all-time low, then it becomes problematic. So we should be careful. The international community will react, and our credit status and our currency will take a beating for it.
Thank you so much, Rufai. Now to this story this morning, although some people will say it's shocking when they hear the figure, but some people will say, yeah, I know we should have spent up to this. From the Punch newspaper, we have $1 billion, dollars, not even naira, spent to recover territories seized by terrorists. Now, despite spending over $1 billion to reclaim Boko Haram held territories in Adamawa, Yobe State since 2015, Nigerian security and that of the Lake Chad Basin remains unstable due to the lingering conflict in Libya and Central African Republic, Russia's aggression in Ukraine. That's just a bit of the story from the Punch newspaper. But looking at the figure that $1 billion been spent so far to recover territories seized by terrorists, this is a huge sum, Rufai.
Mary, just imagine we use that 1 billion to spend on capital infrastructural development and enablement projects. You see, our leaders are so dumb that they forget that the money you fritter away in corruption, if you put it to development, will save you from wasting more money. You cannot shoot your way out of insurgency. Part of the problem is also poverty. That is opening room for all this chaos and insecurity. So what do? You restore development to areas like that. I always give the instance of a professor I met, Professor Hernando de Soto. Peru had a problem like Nigeria, a rebel group called the Shining Path. And an economics professor stopped the war because all he said is spend this money on development and give the people property rights. And all of the collaborators of the Shining Path rebel started shunning evil. We can have the same for Nigeria. But corruption over the years, underdevelopment, now we're using the money to buy bullets. But guess what? The same 1 billion, if you are to carry a survey, you will see that half of the money was looted. We all remember how most of the money for military was spent to build homes. In fact, in my house in VI, there was a house 2 blocks away that was shown in the newspaper as one of the houses some top military generals built. So you can see, most of those 1 billion were used to purchase property in Ikoyi and VI. That's the kind of country we've built. And that's why whoever is coming into Nigeria must have a carrot and stick approach to lead. All the agitators must be talked to. Even listen to them. Because it is in this country we do a massive hypocrisy. We say, we are not going to talk to agitators. But people are paying bandits ransom at the back. Bandits are telling the federal government that you know what we want. They are doing deal with bandits at the back, but they don't talk to agitators. Who is deceiving who?
The president said something this morning from the newspapers that Boko Haram, they are interested, or they were interested in dividing Nigeria, that was their agenda.
They were interested.
Okay.
Yeah. That as a country, we coherently mapped out a strategy with a carrot and stick approach to fight them. We forget in a hurry that all of this didn't start today. See, Mary, when the Metesani riot happened in the 80s, the Nigerian government went in there let them out. But guess what? They set up a panel of inquiry to review why that thing happened. And as at the early 80s, they discovered, and the inquiry submitted a report as at the early 80s, and they discovered that there's massive poverty and underdevelopment in the north. And that panel of inquiry said it was just a matter of time before more civil strife and uprising continued because of the massive underdevelopment and poverty. Paternity happened early 80s, 81, 82, 83. That report was released 81, 82, 83. Nothing was done. So you have to have a carrot and stick approach. You must be able to talk to people. Then those that have been totally, you have to be able to go hard on them and not treat the fight with kid gloves. And that's why some people feel sad. And you were giving the Boko Haram converts Ashwebi sewing clothes for them, giving them chicken and jollof rice, having Operation Suluhu for them at the expense of people's lives. We have seen jailbreak Abuja by Boko Haram terrorists. Till today, most of them have not come back. They've gone to jail. So the security architecture itself was poor. So it takes a collective, and that's why I keep asking, what do we want for Nigeria? Do we want to build our country or want to make it bad? If we want to build our country, God has given us the enablement. We can seize all of this in the next couple of years. But it's just so sad. And maybe I repeat once again, just imagine if that 1 billion was spent on development.
We can only imagine. Now, still looking at unrest and insecurity in Nigeria, there is a news that broke out yesterday and is still trending. Lagos here, as policeman kills trader in Alaba market. Now, a yet to be identified trader has been shot dead by a policeman at the Alaba Rago market in Lagos. So it was gathered that the policeman invaded the market to make an arrest, but were resisted by traders. The situation resulted in a clash between the policemen from Okokomaiko division and the traders. Now, the policeman was said to have fired a shot and that hit a trader who died from the gunshot wound. So there was a clash yesterday. So the Alaba markets, they're saying that there is a gang there. There are people. It's so I don't know how to describe it. That if a policeman go there to arrest someone, it's going to be very difficult because there's a clique. There are a lot of things happening in that market. So when this happened, people said, well, we knew it was going to happen. We knew because that place, if the government does not do something about it as soon as possible, it's going to escalate. Now look at what happened there yesterday, and their talks is still on. They're still talking.
Mary, when Madam Bolanle of blessed memory, and she was buried yesterday, was killed, what was my comment? If you remember my word, what did I say? I said it will happen again, isn't it? Didn't I say that? And if you remember my words, I say culture will eat strategy for what? For breakfast. Has it not happened again? Why will a police officer go to effect arrest in the market and it will lead to the deaths and chaos?
They said in their defense that if you want that, it's difficult to arrest in that area because there are gang members, there are people there. So for you to pick someone is really, really difficult. So
police telling me that our police is not wise enough to infiltrate that place. What do you do in things like that? You infiltrate the place to work there. Is that not why you have what is it called? Policemen that don't wear uniforms. Get people to mix up among them. Track this guy over the years. Infiltrate the place gradually. Is that not how we have detective police officers? Marking, if it's going to take a while, let it take a while. Then the next thing, you can invite him out and say, you know what, my friend, maybe we'll go drink for somewhere. And you have your other plan, you pick him up without even knowing. That same thing that caused chaos there. Another police force that is well trained will pick him up, that will not be chaos. So it just shows you the lack of training. That's what we are saying, Mary. That's why I'm saying the culture with strategy for breakfast. It just shows you the lack of training. It just shows you the lack of execution. We find it difficult to rescue people when Boko Haram kidnaps them in the north. But do you know that a couple of years ago, an American military entourage came into this country and rescued somebody kidnapped by Boko Haram around the Niger border? They just told Nigeria was to give them, what is it called? Intelligence. Do you know they did that job cleanly and nobody knew? And they killed terrorists in the country. And it was even when they carried the man back to America that President Trump announced it, and he said, we rescued our man. Military intelligence, planning and all of that. But how can you be able to execute that when the police is not even well funded in the first place?
We would have to go for a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll conclude on the conversation. Keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20K free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20K free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by Festa Avenue, Festa Town, 28 Adenira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for a place to relax and find comfort, the right place to be is the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, we offer excellent services to our clients and customers. We serve high quality wines at our restaurant and bar, while our continental dish is second to none. At the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, located on 42 Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, our rooms are in conformity with international standard and best practices. We accord priority to security for all our guests. Breakfast is free.
That's how start do.
Yay! And we have standard facilities for your seminar and training. For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-7003-333.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how start do.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tunji Bakari. I've been a medical doctor for over 20 years, and sometimes I have to recommend my patients leave the country to get urgent care. But with 5G, I don't need my patients to spend enormous amounts of money to fly out. I can consult real time with experts all over the world without needing to get a visa. Even monitoring patients with heart conditions or patients that are at risk of other ailments alone at home can be done with the wearable technology 5G facilitates. Even though I'm a doctor, I keep having to convince my patients this is real, not magic.
Bridge the gap with MTN 5G. It offers hyper-fast internet speeds, seamless buffering, and applications that can only be possible via its quality data capabilities. No pichuju, now MTN 5G. Now available on iPhone. MTN, what are we doing today?
And we are back. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You are listening to the Front Page Review. I have Rufai Oseni on the line with me this morning. Before I let you go, Rufai, are you there?
I'm here with you, yes.
Okay, great. I would like you to comment on this story from the Daily Thrust. It says here that paternity suits come for your son. Woman tells Sanwo-Olu. The story is there, and it was trending. It trended yesterday. This is what the story says. It said a 47-year-old woman, Grace Moses, appeared before a Delta State High Court sitting in Efru, Delta State, on Tuesday, calling on the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to come for his alleged child. Now, addressing journalists shortly after the court adjourned the case involving the governor and his son, Emmanuel, the woman said, my message to Sanwo-Olu is he should come and have his child. The baby is grown up. He is troubling me. If not for God, I would be dead by now. So this was what happened. It's trending, the story of the governor having a child when he was younger, 19 years. And now the woman is saying she has tried all means to get the governor's attention, but to no avail. So she had to go to court because the child has been troubling her to speak with his father. Now the governor, he's immune in the matter as a governor. But what do you think of this?
I mean, the only true determination when it comes to paternity suit is a test, a DNA testing. All right. So if there's allegations, it must be proven. And if they want to knock this all out, there should be a DNA testing. DNA matches, there's a correction of that. But, I mean, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But wait, what do I know? Because like I said, the governor is immune now, but, this is a case that will linger on for a while. She'll keep making this, this claims and all of that. But we're waiting to see how they're going to react to this, how the Lagos state government is going to react to this, because this matter has been on for a while and it keeps coming back. So, but the only true determination of a claim of paternity is through DNA testing. So will the government be ready to challenge to put his DNA down and test with this boy so that, hey, they decide this matter once and for all?
Yes, once
and
for all. Decide it once and for all. Privately, if possible. So the young man can be at rest.
I mean, so that we could get to the end of this matter. But there's nothing you can say as regards to paternity test. You can't say the woman's claims are true or not, except it's an independent DNA testing to verify positions. And except that is done, everybody's just walking in the dark. No.
Thank you so much, Rufai. The phone lines are already buzzing, so I need to take calls. Have a wonderful day. See you again tomorrow.
That's you. Cheers.
0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to join the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. While you could send a WhatsApp message to us on 0700 903 903 9. And also leave a comment on Facebook or YouTube. You could leave a comment there and then we'll read it out to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning to you.
Okay, well, good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Frank.
Mr. Frank, I know it's you.
Yes, how are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, quickly, I want to respond to the $1 billion paid by Buhari to recover territories from Boko Haram.
$1 billion. So the way you called it with emphasis, $1 billion.
What? 1 billion naira? That's about almost 1 trillion naira. What I'm saying here is this: all this money paid to Boko Haram, and at the end of the day, they told us that these Boko Haram guys were foreigners, and they told us that they have repented 82,000 of them. And then they flushed into Nigeria. You remember that this conversation was held in Mauritania. This is where they say these guys came from. They flushed them back into Nigeria. They say they have repented. And they go straight to Southeast, become unknown gunmen, become people who burn people's houses. And what is really going on? Buhari is not telling us the truth about the Boko Haram something. He has not been telling us the truth about the carnage called Boko Haram. And he has never really used his mouth to call these people terrorists. That is number one. And what concerns me is the atrocities of these people in the Southeast. They burn people's houses, they do all sorts of things, burn INEC offices, and at the end of the day, they say it is ESN, IPOP. That's on one hand. That of MFLA, I think the ruling Fulani minority group, they want that office of CBN badly. And MFLA must go. He must go. Because there's no way a terrorist sponsor can be a governor of central bank. Are you hearing me, Mary?
Mm-hmm.
That is the position. I don't know. I can't remember the last conversation. Okay, Sanwo-Olu, nobody should say whether DNA. It is only for him to go to Delta State and reclaim his son. A woman knows who gave up Bele. You understand? Mm-hmm. No person could just come from anywhere and say this is your picking. If someone should go there, talk for himself, not Rufai. To talk for him, DNA. Let him go there. Nice son be that.
How you say no?
Good morning.
How you say no? So women don't know give them below. Thank you so much for calling. It's DNA because the truth is just some women don't know, but most women you can know as a woman, but that's the truth. So there's a gray area in this. Hello. Oh, good morning. Kindly turn down the volume on your radio set.
Okay,
okay, you're not. Hello.
Hello.
No,
good morning.
Good morning. Move away from your set or turn it off completely. Huh?
From Abulado.
Okay. You've not turned down the volume on your radio set. When you turn it off, you could call us back. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Chuck Sobibeze. Calling from Northampton, UK.
Great. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about Buhari's making the statement saying that those who sponsor Boko Haram is once a division of Nigeria. That is a blatant lie. He's just there as arrowhead of Boko Haram. You cannot tell me that all the sponsors of Boko Haram that are in detention or that the list was released to him, it is not time for him to tell Nigerians, those who want Nigeria to divide. This is absurd from him to come and talk to us in that manner. You know, we cannot be fooling ourselves. You spent over $1 billion, and yet you cannot tell us those who you are using their money for this same purpose. You cannot tell us those who are behind it. You know, Nigeria is we thrive on hypocrisy, and nobody is speaking. Look at the government itself. Look, Mary, I tell you, Boko Haram's sponsors are inside the government. That is why I believe if Nigerians can change this evil government, we will speak no more about Boko Haram. We don't even need to fire one bullet because all of them will be taken out from offices. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you, Mary.
Good morning, welcome. Kindly turn down the volume on your radio set.
I've done that.
Okay, great. What's your name and location?
My name is Ika. I'm calling you from Isolo.
Okay, great. Go ahead, sir.
I want to talk about this Boko Haram issue.
Yes.
You know, it is just because Nigerians are not willing to tell the truth. And it's as much as we are not willing to tell the truth, including our leaders, this thing will continue to hurt us, will continue to haunt us, will continue to damage us. Please, let us be very honest with ourselves. I also use this opportunity to call all Nigerians to go and collect their PVC. 2023, I mean, less than 50-something days now, we are going to go for election. This is our power. Let us use it wisely. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Yeah, thank you so much for making it brief. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Chikwado Francis. I'm calling from Shomolu.
Welcome to the program. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I want to talk about the list where foreign countries send Nigerian government about those people who they sponsor Nigerian government. And our minister come talk say that federal government no one shame those people where they sponsor terrorism for Nigeria. What I want to talk there is say our leaders, our orgas where they pass rock. Now them they kill us. Now them they kill. Now them be the real Boko Haram. Our leaders, now them they kill us. How can you tell me that you don't want to name and shame terrorists? Where they say the whole world they condemn. They can't reach for Nigeria. They say they don't want to name and shame them. Is that not a shameful talk? We person we call himself minister who can't stand for camera they talk. Now our leaders make Nigerians open their eyes and their ear and their mind to see what did happen. Now our leaders, that them they cause this chaos and problems with Nigerians, where they kill us, they kill Nigerians everywhere. They are responsible. Now them be the real Boko Haram. So now what I want to talk to, because all this thing one that they hear every time see they told it. Now them, our leaders. Now them they kill us. Now them they are the real Boko Haram people.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I appreciate it. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
I am Mazi from Mabolado.
Welcome, Mazi. Kindly turn down the volume on your radio. Turn it down.
Yes. Yes, I want to talk on the policeman that went on arrest the attack.
Yes.
You see, Alaba International Market. If you go to that market, if you understand the terrain of that market, the only place in that market the policeman can go and have such a problem is the Alaba Rogo section, where the Northerners controls. The other side of Alaba International is a very well organized market. When any policeman goes there to arrest, except that the policeman is on illegal arrest, they have unions there. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm here.
They have unions there. When you go for any arrest, then what you do, then you report to their union. The union will take you to that person and get that person and hand over to the police. It is a well-organized place. And that Alabarago section of the market,
yes.
Go there on disguise. You will agree with me that that place is a security threat to this nation. The kind of business that goes on there, you cannot ever in life take a policeman to that place that you are going to make an arrest. It is either you lose your life or that policeman loses his life. What I am telling you is verifiable. So that is the area this thing will happen. By the time you finish your investigation, you will agree with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution this morning. We've gotten report concerning the market at that particular place, that area, that section, if you want to go there as a policeman, that it's very difficult to penetrate. But what you're saying, I think it's been confirmed by others. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Welcome to the program. It's been a long time we spoke.
Thank you.
Wow, it's been long. Welcome. Good to have you back. Where have you been?
All right. Oh, I've been here and there. You know, as Nigeria, I'll be there. We don't stay one place.
Welcome. So tell us your name and your location.
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Joseph. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, now, quick one. I'd like to talk about the $1 billion Buhari spent on security on Boko Haram specifically. See, that thing is shrouded with so many lies and fraud and all sorts of things. Yes, I understand that the bought two camel jets inside the $1 billion and all that. But how can you claim you have spent such an amount and we still have this increasing rate of Boko Haram attacks in that region? I don't think it's true. Honestly, I don't think it's true. I think these guys need to do better. But I cannot say he has done his best. No, this was not what we signed up for. This was not what we agreed. You cannot call yourself. That's what I think. Let us call you. You have spent money. We have given you everything. Okay, it's like preparing for an exam. And it's like we conducted an exam for you, yeah?
Yes.
And you now get, say, 5/10 or 3/10. And you now say, I tried to, it's because I did not prepare. Well, no, you don't consign us at there. You have failed. You should just, probably retire. It's too late. May 29 is fast approaching. By God's grace, God should lead Nigerians to select a better leader, a leader that will take us to greater heights and make us become a prosperous nation. Yeah. Thank you very much and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. 0700-903-903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Bello Usman.
Okay.
Bello Usman. I'm calling for a gunju.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. You see, I must commend President Muhammad Buhari for his role he played in the Northeast, especially Borno State in particular, where I come from, and Adamawa and Yobe State. You see, like I lost about 4 or 5 of my uncles, some of my relatives in that region, as at 2015, 2016. But today, we are all happily, because as at that time, nobody can go to plan in that region, especially in Chibok, BU, and Damboa.
Yeah.
But now, all of us in that region now, we are sleeping with our eyes closed. And I also commend Babaga Nazalum, the governor of Borno State. If anybody is telling you that President Muhammad Buhari did not try in times of protecting Northeast, I mean, that person is not telling the country the truth. Go to that place by yourself and you will see that you will see some destruction of Boko Haram. But now, it takes almost 2 or 3 months for Boko Haram now before you hear about Boko Haram. But in those days, it was everyday attack in the Northeast. But it wasn't like that anymore. So I commended him. I don't care how much he spent, but what I know is that may God Almighty bless him and keep him. Whosoever that is coming after him should continue with his legacy of protecting the Northeast. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. And I like that you're calling and you're telling us where you're from Borno State. So giving us exactly what's happening there. So it's a balanced conversation this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sorry, Mary, I'm calling back. This is Joseph from Surulere.
Okay.
See, the last caller, I like to just quickly chip something. We care about the money. $1 billion is a lot. It's a lot of money. No, don't say we don't care about the money spent. We care. See, if you give me $1 billion, say make I mobilize people, make we fight against Boko Haram, I go do them. Boko Haram go hand. I'm telling you this. $1 billion is a lot of money.
If you do them,
I go.
You go run them.
Go away. Everything goes. There will be man. See, $1 billion. We care about the money. We care about the money. I beg. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Okay, we have a few minutes to go. I have messages here that I must take. This one says, good morning. The renewed hope by the INEC chairman yesterday at Chatham's house over the 2023 election is highly encouraging. We should all believe in INEC and give them the necessary support for a successful election. From HRHBC Nwoko in Oshodi. Thank you so much for your message. Good morning, Mary. Comrade Peterson says Buhari saying that he spent 1 billion naira. Okay, it's $1 billion. He can make public the sponsors of Boko Haram, who is fooling who. All my will give account of his stewardship. You reintegrated criminal into society and they kept killing people. As for the policeman killing people, I have said. Okay, your message is not complete, so send me the complete one so that I can take it. Hello, turn down the volume on your radio set.
It's gone. The volume is gone. Mary, good morning.
Oh, Mr. Peter Monson, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I think the man from Borno State should congratulate Buhari also. That they in Borno State, they are sleeping with their 2 eyes open because Boko Haram have been dislodged. And then who are those ones that are tormenting the Southeasterners that do not allow the Southeasterners to sleep with their eyes open? Maybe somebody told us that Boko Haram had some sections that they metamorphose into bandits. They are the terrorists. They are the kidnappers. So when you don't call them Boko Haram, you call them bandits, you call them terrorists, you call them kidnappers. Why are they now being distributed to almost all over the country? Southwest here, they are tormenting us in the forest. Southeast, they are tormenting us. So congratulations that they are sleeping well in Borno, and then the Southeasterners are not sleeping well. Maybe I want to ask this question as I drop. Now, is it true that it was Buhari that said attack on Boko Haram is attack on the north? Did he say that? And again, the allegation of the man that died the other time, that we brought in these people because we thought Jonathan will not hand over peacefully. But unfortunately, Jonathan handed over peacefully, and we have told them to go back.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter. My time here is up. I've been told to go. Thank you so much.
And then Buhari answer those questions.
We'll enjoy it. We'll talk again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I'll be here tomorrow, same time from 7 to 8. My name is Mary Onaifia Debbie.
Stop. This is Voice of the People.